This is a video that is essentially about a video. A show about nothing. That would be something. The same exact concept. I probably recorded this, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. It's hard to get through it without having a breakdown or my voice cracking, but I feel like, just gonna have to roll through this. Berlin Reed, of course, has put up a video clickbaiting her health, going over the ailments she has that she's been so nonchalant about, so nondescript about. So, actually wrote some notes down, so I covered everything here. When we talk about exploiting your health, about 2 months ago, I started to have some issues physically that I was dealing with. I waited about a month, which would probably be the precursor to all this. But she basically says now, during a urine test, they found protein in her urine. She's been complaining of frequency in urination, pain in her side and her back. She said that she's felt sick constantly and ultimately has developed a kidney infection. To address this, Sala has picked up cranberry extract. She's been drinking a lot of water. I was too stubborn for my own good. Typical guy stuff, right? I'll drink more water, this will go away, I don't have a problem, this can't be happening. Because to Amber, if she doesn't know something's wrong, then she can pretend that nothing is wrong. So, didn't seek help right away. Last month, I did obviously get to a position where I had to go, seek medical assistance. And in the process of that, have learned that a couple things are happening. Number one, it looks like I have a kidney and a bladder disease. But there are going to be so many people that watch this video that are genuinely and rightfully frustrated. Because Chantal says that she wants to repair this. Chantal, you don't repair kidney damage. Your body is incapable of doing that. She says that she's going to do whatever she needs to do. As far as treatment goes, it looks like they're going to have to put in some stents just for comfort. I'm not in pain, I'm just in discomfort. Right now is monetizing a kidney infection. She then tries to transition this into the fact that she wants to keep going. But other than that, I don't know how good the long-term diagnosis looks. So, with that said, this was a difficult conversation to have with my family, and I feel like you guys are part of my family. It's a difficult conversation to have with you. I feel like the other videos I had a lot more to say. But, there's just not a lot to be said, really. I've enjoyed my life. I've had the best life ever. I don't think some of you can even comprehend how happy I am. And I've always been. I feel like I've lived 3 different lives. I got to go out. If we could go back and you could sit beside me in kindergarten and you would say, Ryan, write down all the things you want to accomplish and where you want to go in life. I honestly would have accomplished every single one. So, I can't have any type of guilt. I don't want any type of sympathy. She says that for now, she doesn't want sympathy. She's just sharing her life on this platform. And let me interject by saying Chantal monetizes her life, monetizes her health. Save that for somebody that actually needs it, because it's not me. I am content with, everything in my life. It's a scary thing to look at. It's hard conversations to have with doctors. It's, terrible conversations to have with your parents. But, you have to enjoy your time. She says that she feels like she doesn't have a lot of time and that things can quickly go from bad to worse, and I enjoyed all my time with you guys, every video. I wouldn't take any of it back. So, I guess, in closing, I have about 2 months worth of content here, which should probably tell you, what my work ethic to you guys was. I've got somebody that's gonna, custodian the channel. And, if, worst comes to worst, then, they'll let you know. The reality is Chantal is putting this video on her main channel is because that's where it gets the most exposure. That's where it's going to make the most money. That's why we're leading it with such theatrics and dramatics that, get to it in a minute, I feel completely staged. I don't want to be, it's hard to not, it's hard to be, to look at like things and be like, man, what type of person cries in front of 94,000 people, right? Thank God I didn't hit that 100,000, you know what I mean? Listen, in closing, enjoy whatever you're doing to the fullest. There's holidays coming up. Enjoy time with your family, because you never know. You really never know. To be 100% honest, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was in the best shape of my life. I didn't think anything was wrong. And, just kind of out of nowhere, started to have, some bleeding, and ignored it. And, here we are.
Vaguely focused on this new health issue that she didn't want to talk about.
The discussions you never want to have. And, I can tell you, sit down my notes. I can tell you the hardest time in life is when you're sitting in the room with someone and,
hear all the exaggeration out of her voice. And it seems to me, in a way, she was kind of playing through the part of being sick. The way you would when you wanted to stay home from school. The way you would when you called in and told your job you weren't feeling good.
They're telling you really bad news. And you just go numb. And everything just starts to go through your head. And you don't want to believe it. And you go to look at other opinions, and, the other opinions kind of come back the same. I think, in reality, that optimism hurt me more than just confronting what was happening, right? So, to close this out, I want to let you guys know, no matter what they determine, I'm going to be as aggressive as I can, and, that's just how it's going to be.
She is once again being dramatic for the sake of being dramatic. This is typical girl that cries wolf. When there's a serious issue, and make no mistake, there will be a serious issue, no one is going to believe it because of so much overselling of her poor health.
It's funny, having just went through everything with my mom, getting her transplant, fate is like so crazy. And, I remember, looking at my mom and being like, man, I would never, go through like dialysis or anything like that. I would never want to do that. And then now, they're like, oh, what if you have to get like a colostomy bag? And I'm like, the guy literally was like, you can tuck it into your clothes. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. I'll wear it as a necklace. It doesn't matter to me. I just don't care. Whatever it takes is what I'm willing to do. And that's my promise to you guys.
I think none of this can be taken seriously. I do believe that she's sick, but I do believe she's not being completely honest, rule number one, with everything that she is discussing.
So, if you want to support the channel, you know how to do that.
And she right now, in my opinion, is making money exploiting her health.
I don't know how to end this, man. You've got a whole bunch of content, and I hope we get to talk again.